Good morning. It is 7 o'clock. It is Ken and Deb here, and meeting it's 7 o'clock. That means that we are doing our mid-morning show coffee break as well on Facebook, Twitter, and also on YouTube.
So join us.
Yeah.
Grab that cup of coffee, sit down at your table, or I don't know, just roll along in your car.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I guess you can't do it in your car. At least watch the mid-morning show coffee break.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless you are a rider.
Unless
you're a
you're a
driver,
rider.
yeah.
That's right.
Driver, just keep listening.
Exactly. Thank you for that safety tip. So anyway, you can check us out there as well, but we'd love to have you tell us what you're thankful for. It's a Thankful Thursday. We do this every Thursday.
And we have a couple people who've already chimed in this morning. School's back.
That's
People
right.
are excited about that. Lisa says, even though it looks different, she's so thankful that her daughter and herself as a teacher are starting a new school year. And she just asked for prayer for school staff and students. And Melinda Ann says also she's grateful, had a great first 2 days of schools for students and teachers and staff.
Cool.
God is good, and continue to pray for this year for God to do great things. And let's do that for our students. I mean, this could be the best year ever.
Yeah, that's true.
People could look back and say this was the most memorable year of their school experience.
Right. That's true. Got to spend more time with mom and dad and whatever the case might be if you're doing that hybrid
Yeah.
type of schooling or just all schooling at home, whatever. Could be a great experience. So anyway, let us know what you're thankful for. You can call or text us at 800-221-9356. Classic now from For Him to start our 7 o'clock hour. Here is Where There Is Faith on Moody Radio Quad Cities, from the Word to Life.
So, Ken, do you remember going back to school as you were when you were a
I
kid?
do. I always liked getting new clothes. We usually got new clothes. Sometimes, depending on what school, because we moved a lot. Sometimes, depending on what school I went to, I'd get a new lunchbox. So that was always fun. But yeah, that first day though was always a little bit nerve-wracking,
Oh, yeah,
just because
definitely.
of all the different. Yeah, first week really,
Yeah.
kind of getting adjusted to the new classes or the new teacher, or meeting new kids and things like that. But it was fun though.
Do you remember the first time you got a lock for the locker? And
I remember.
you had to remember,
Yeah.
your combination. I remember thinking, oh, I don't know, am I going to remember the combination? What if I don't know which one is my locker? I
Right.
used to have dreams way after school that I couldn't find my locker
Oh wow.
because, there were a whole, as you're a kid, it seems overwhelming, like, which locker is mine? And am I going to remember where to go? And when you had to first change classes and go to more than just your homeroom for the
Right.
class a day. And
Yeah.
those are fun times.
I don't think I got a locker until I was like in junior high. Actually, I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time ago.
It is.
Can't remember.
Back when dinosaurs roamed the
Yeah,
earth.
that's right. I think we had like little wooden boxes. No.
We just didn't read about them. They were actually there.
Oh man. Yeah, there are some. I think I had I know I had a better time in school, in grade school, and in high school. Junior high was rough because you're changing,
Yeah.
and there's just that change and awkwardness, and yeah, girls didn't have cooties anymore, and you're
Right.
like, you're kind of going, all right, I don't know what to do. This is weird. So yeah. Anyway, but school was.
School days.
I know it.
Maybe you
Yeah.
can tell us something about your school days, or,
Yeah.
maybe you have a funny story about your kids in school.
Right. Yeah, that'd be fun. What was it like for you as a first day at going back to school, or about your kids going to school? Maybe they had a story, that you could tell us. There was one, my son Kenny, he had one teacher, and I'm trying to remember what grade. My wife could tell me what grade he was in at that time, but his teacher was Mr. Muth, and he made such a huge impact on my son. just because he was a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
He made a huge impact on him, and to this day, he still talks about him.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, my son went to a wedding of his wife, one of her friends, and in the either the wedding party or the family was Mr. Muth, related to this gal, this friend of his wife's, and he got to see him again, and it was just really a neat reunion.
That is cool. Yeah.
And so they got to, and he remembered Kenny after all those years. That's pretty cool.
That is neat. It is
So
neat.
teachers, you are important.
That is for sure. I see on some of my friends from my daughter is some of her past teachers on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
That they've friended each other's and
Yeah.
keep in touch, and teachers are treasures. They really are.
They are.
And I'm so thankful for them and praying for them this year because it's a different year than any past year.
Mona says, listen to you every morning. There are days I hear Deb giggle, then I have to giggle. It's fun.
Uh-oh. What
You
happened?
saw Heidi's post.
I saw Heidi. Is Jeremy being mischievous? Ah.
Coming back.
There's For Him with Where There Is Faith on Moody Radio. Just love that song. Classic for you. And, of course, we have those types of classics every Sunday night at 8 o'clock with Faith on Record with Bill Davis. And so you can listen to songs like that and just classics like, second chapter of Acts and, oh, man, just all kinds of Al Denson, many great artists.
It's like being sucked into a time warp
It is. That's right.
from the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Right, exactly. So check that out. Sunday nights, 8 o'clock with Bill Davis here on Moody Radio. All right. So we're thankful for that on this Thankful Thursday. Lots of other things to be thankful for as well. But maybe you have, we're going to talk with Danny Huerta from Focus on the Family coming up here in just about 25 minutes or so. But he's talking about parenting. And so maybe you've got a great kid story. One of your kids or grandkids and something they've done that's pretty funny.
Give us a call and share that with us this morning, 800-221-9356.
And so we want to hear about it. We had our grandkids over yesterday, 2 of our grandkids over, and be praying for Tucker, my grandson. He is down in Peoria in the hospital right now, waiting for some tests and stuff. So just pray for that if you would. But so in the meantime, we had Scarlett and Aurora over yesterday. And so they were doing their thing of, just watching some TV, and then they'd get bored with that, and then they'd go outside and play outside, and we'd take them out to the barn and see the animals and stuff, and then they get bored with that, and then they come back inside. And so it was that constant back and forth thing. But we had an incident yesterday where one of our cats caught a mouse, and Scarlett found it. And then Grandma goes, "Stop!" Had made Scarlett wash her hands,
Oh, yeah, you're
all
not
that
kidding.
But it was just, you got to watch them all the time.
Oh, that is for sure.
Scarlett's 3.
Now, was the mouse still...
No.
Okay.
No.
Still a mouse?
Still a mouse, just not quite as lively. So anyway, kids do funny things. My wife's going to kill me that I told that story. But anyway, you can share with us at 800-221-9356. Oh, she's probably cringing right now. I'm so in trouble.
That's okay. That was a really funny story.
That's pretty funny, Jeremy. If y'all aren't watching, Jeremy posted a lady feeding the cats inside like you would feed birds outside. Just tossing the food.
Oh, boy. Well, you probably have a lot of stories from the kids on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
They've seen a lot of different things out there, and probably a whole lot of fun to watch
Yeah.
them, with the animals and stuff.
One thing that seems to be a real hit, and that is when they get to go and we give them some feed, and they go out and they can feed the birds, the chickens and the ducks,
Oh, I bet.
and then go out and they throw the feed out, and then they watch them come around. And I just shared a memory from 3 years ago of our granddaughter Zelda, who is here from Omaha, and she was kind of sat down. She has her bucket of food, and she was throwing food out, and she was surrounded by the ducks. She was in the middle, and all these ducks are around her, and and it was such a cute picture. But yeah, so there's lots of memories out there.
Brings a memory to mind of when I took my kids. We used to go down to John Deere, the administration center,
Yeah.
and feed the geese there.
Oh, okay.
We'd bring like a big bag of bread or whatever. And one time I was with the kids and I had, don't ever do this, by the way. I had put the empty bag in my pocket, in my back pocket.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I felt like this pecking on my bottom. And my kids got such a big bang out of that,
That's
because,
funny.
it kind of startled me.
That's
So, word to the
pretty funny.
wise. If you
That's true.
ever feed an animal and you still have the container, keep it close to your chest.
Right. Yep. So I'll tell you a story here in a bit about that involves a cow and a banana peel.
Okay.
7:11. It is Ken and Deb with you. Good morning. We appreciate you being along with us. Hey, by the way, podcasts. How many podcasts did you say that they say are out there right now?
Oh, there's like 2 million, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's a huge amount of podcasts that you can access in our world today.
Right, right. And Moody Radio has some great ones as well, dealing with all kinds of different issues that you might be experiencing or wanting to know more information about mental health, social justice, things like that. We've got some great podcasts you can listen to.
And you can find those right on your Moody Radio app.
Yep.
So if you have an app, that's an easy way to access those podcasts. Of course, you can also find them online on our website at moodyradio.org/Quad Cities. But Becoming Well is the one that has to do with mental health issues and faith.
Right.
So all of these podcasts that Moody puts out, it's from a faith perspective.
Yes.
And so the other one is Just Gospel,
Yeah.
which is also dealing with the relationship we have with one another in the body of Christ
Yeah.
and our view of social justice.
Sure. And so we hope you'll check those out and check out the podcast. Of course, you can also listen to the In the Market with Janet Partial podcast as well. It's kind of the repeat of the broadcast. So you can check that out as well on your Moody Radio app, which you can download for free. Here's Mercy Me, Almost Home on Moody Radio Quad Cities. All right, so my wife, we have 2 milk cows, and we rotate them for milking. And so she was milking our one cow named Mona, and so she, my wife, will bring out our banana peels that we eat, and she'll give the peels to the goats. The goats just love them. So she had, and this was back, I think, in the wintertime, because she still had a coat on, but she had this banana peel in her coat pocket. And so she was taking Mona back out after milking her, and all of a sudden she kind of felt this nudging, and Mona, who's, a big cow, was sticking her nose down in Debbie's coat pocket. And she finally
a
pulled out
riot.
the banana peel, and she just chomped it down. And but it was so funny because my wife goes, I never knew that she liked banana peels. She goes, the goats go crazy over, but the cow loved it. So now Mona will occasionally get a banana peel too as a treat.
So is that how you make a banana split? Like
I guess
the
yeah,
milk
that's right.
tastes like...
Get the milkshake. Yeah, good one. Banana milkshake. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so there's lots of things that happen. And a lot of people will ask us too, well, did you grow up on a farm? You know what? 15 years ago, we were city slickers. Never had been on a farm before. My wife always wanted to have a farm. That's hence why we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just learn as you go. And learning it has been over the
And
last 15 years.
all the experiences your grandkids get to have now
Right.
when they come over because you have the farm.
Oh,
They
yeah.
get to experience something a lot of kids don't get to see or
Sure.
experience. So
Yeah, they get
it's
to
really
see
cool.
ducks and chickens born, and hatched out of their eggs, and they get to see, baby goats and cows and, just all kinds of different things that and they're around. And I think it's good because, they're not afraid like some kids are of animals. I mean, they're even around big horses and, cows and stuff like that. I mean, they might be a little bit at first, but, now most of them are pretty much just real casual. I mean, they have a respect, because we've taught them to have a
Sure,
respect for
yeah.
the bigger animals, but they're not afraid of them.
Right.
And so I think that's good, of having that respect, but still not being afraid. And of course, it helps that all of the animals on our farm are like pets. So,
Right.
they all got names and collars, and you can walk them anywhere you want, And I mean, literally, my wife, when she goes out to get our milk cow, she'll let her out of her pen or out of her pasture, and Mona just walks right into the barn, knows right where to go, goes over there and gets in, gets her where her feed's at, and then Debbie closes up the gate, then walks in and hooks her back up, gives her feed, and does the milking, and time to go out, walks back out. It's funny. It is crazy.
Which I have I have a request for you.
Yes.
Do you have that picture of you with the lamb from this weekend?
Oh, I do. I
Can you
should put
post that on right
Yeah, yeah,
here?
yeah.
Because that is just adorable. It just shows
So-
the relationship you have with your animals there on the farm.
Well, so to preface this real quickly before the song runs out, we had to take some of our lambs to the sale barn, and so I didn't want to go get a trailer and everything. I put them in the back of one of our cars.
And he took
So
a picture, a
I'll
selfie.
show you. Mercy me, there is almost home on Moody Radio Quad Cities. It is Ken and Deb with you. Good morning. We're also live streaming on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. So if you want to check us out, we'd love to have you check that out sometime. Deborah Frail, who goes to our church, but also went on one of our Shoes for Orphan Souls mission trips
Oh, really?
to Romania, watching this morning. So
Oh, that's great.
thanks, Deb.
That's great. It's
for
wonderful to
checking
have
us
you
out.
with us. Any way you can join us. We're just glad you're part of the crew here in the morning at Moody Radio's Ken and Deb in the morning. And we're talking about kids this morning. Do you have a funny kid story? Something maybe your kids or grandkids have said that were really cute you want to share with us? We're going to talk with Danny Huerta here in about 15, 20 minutes, and he's going to share some effective tools for parenting.
Yeah.
And he said there's one that we neglect, that he sees most parents neglecting that is so important for
Okay.
this time during the pandemic. So we're going to ask him about what that is.
Tell you what that is. It's a radio tease. And so we'll do that coming up, but we'll visit with Danny in just about 10, 15 minutes or so right here on Moody Radio. In the meantime, you call and let us know a funny story about your kids or what you're thankful for. 800-221-9356.
I remember when my son was real little, we used to dress up my girls for church, put barrettes in their hair and put pigtails in their hair. And Matthew would throw a fit because he wanted pigtails and he wanted barrettes and he wanted what his sisters had.
Sure.
He wanted to look like, like them, like he
Right.
couldn't understand.
Sure.
And we'd say, Matthew, you're a boy. And he'd say, I'm not a boy, I'm Matt.
Matt.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
one thing that comes to mind.
That's
is
funny.
fun, cute story. And we know you have tons of them. So share one with us right here. And as you comment on our Facebook page, or if you want to call in to Ken and Deb in the morning, our phone number is 800-221-9356.
Hey, Carrie from Ohio is watching this morning.
Hi, Carrie.
Good to see you, Carrie. I can't see you, but you know what I mean.
Yep, we're glad to be able to share the stories with one another, and kids say funny things too. So maybe it's something they said or something they mispronounced or used the
Right.
wrong word for.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's always a lot of fun too if you have one of those stories.
Yeah, so it would be, well, I got to try and give you the connection here. He is a little boy who is my son-in-law's brother's son. Does that make sense? I don't know what he would be to me.
Son-in-law's brothers. Okay.
So my son-in-law, Sean, has a brother named Ryan. Ryan has a little boy named Alexander. We call him Xander. And so he's He is a go-getter. But he is so funny. Sometimes he'll say the funniest things, like, so Xander, what are you doing? Oh, something. What? What are you doing? Something. It's not something, or it's something. It just cracks me up. Some of the time kids will say the way they say things. Oh, just something.
That's one thing that's so fun about watching the old Andy Griffith and seeing Opie when he talks. I mean, he's so expressive, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just very cute.
Yeah, it is. $7:21, Ken and Deb here. If you go to our website, moodyradio.org/Quad Cities, we have a little kit of things you can do with your family called the Summer Stay-at-Home Kit. And so you can actually read some books online. You can listen to some great classic radio programs and much, much more.
Yeah, so if you haven't listened to some radio dramas, maybe you weren't around when we used to play the kids programs here on Moody Radio, we've got some of those on there that you can listen to. And it's just something different. Or if you want to be introduced or introduce your kids to Pilgrim's Progress, we've got a section from that book. Maybe find out if they're interested in it or not. Some great read-along Bible stories on there as well. So you can access that just by going to moodyradio.org/Quad Cities and then just click on the Summer Stay at Home Kit.
Yep, check it out. And we hope you'll introduce your kids to some of the old classic radio programs. It is 7:21. Here is Ryan Stevenson. And With Lifted Hands on Moody Radio. Good morning. So I don't know if everybody got to listen yesterday or not, but we did have Mike Weaver.
Oh, yeah.
From Big Daddy Weave on. You can go back and listen to that interview again if you want to at kenanddeb.org, but you'll also want to go to QC Festival of Praise, and you can get details about the concert that's coming up.
Oh, yeah. And that's a fun thing for kids, too, because when you have the Festival of Praise, you're able to sit out on the lawn there and enjoy some great music as a family. So it's a great opportunity. Hey.
Speaking of a story about kids.
Yeah, I think we have someone on the line.
Yeah. Carolyn, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your story about your kids?
Well, my daughter, she was just in first or second grade, and a friend had watched her. And while we went out, and the next morning got up, and she said, Mom, I know the difference between a boy dog and a girl dog. I said, oh, my gosh, and what? She said that boy dog goes woof, woof, and a girl dog goes off, off.
That's so cute.
And the other one was, she was sitting on the back of the couch, and she said, Mom, that's an alley cat. And I said, how do you know? She was going down the alley, isn't it?
Duh! Come on, Mom.
Those are super
Those are good,
stories.
Carolyn. Thanks for sharing those.
Okay, have
Bye.
a good day.
You too. Bye. That's funny.
Going down the alley, isn't she?
Yeah, it's like, hello?
Duh.
He'd be a garage cat if he was in the garage. That's funny. Oh, boy. But that other one, though, about I know how to tell the difference between a boy dog and a girl dog. And you're, as a parent, you're going, oh, no. You're just going, oh, Lord, please.
And so it begins. Give me strength.
And then afterwards, you're going, oh.
Relief.
Oh, my goodness. That's funny. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us for today on this. I think we better end on that note. Remember, it's woof, woof, and arf, arf. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow morning for our mid-morning show coffee break here on Moody Radio.